is Anegbete community, situated in Isako Central Local Government Area of Edo State. It is an agrarian community with united people that promotes unity and oneness for peaceful coexistence. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the cradle of black civilization, a kingdom where king is truly king. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is, the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set rolled out in beauty colors to showcase their might and strength, indicating their feet and ready for the responsibilities behold on them. The streets in the community with a feed up of young men and women adorned with the festival. Later, the royal family takes the stage as their children fight out royally and work in the community to showcase their might and fitness.
My leader. Ugeni Madonna, Imazedion, Orero, Obesni Agbo, Emanazo, or Ugeni Madonna.
You will have to serve the community for 30 years before you come to this stage. They will ordain you ordain title. Then by then you are one of the elder.
This year now, we don't read the year, so that's why we can do this year.
Historically, joining the Elders Council, an individual must have reached a certain age and must have made significant contributions to the community through leadership, service, or other meaningful ways. There was jubilation in the community as sons and daughters of Okada, both at home and in the diaspora, trooped out to be part of the ceremony with various hymns of the initiates agog with festivities. Friends and well-wishers of those initiated into the Elders Council jubilated at the Ogwedion after performing all traditional rites. The elders, known as Edion, in company with their loved ones, danced to their various homes where guests and family members were entertained.
ITV, certainly the best.
Ojode Atwaje, Abẹ́ẹ̀dọ́pẹ́. Ayabatoge, Abẹ́ẹ̀dọ́pẹ́. Adaye Atwaje, Abẹ́ẹ̀dọ́pẹ́. Ẹgbẹ̀túwà.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
It's such another lovely day, and it's always a delight to bring you the program Icons. Program designed specifically to showcase and unveil men and women of integrity, of character, so you can listen to them as they unveil their journey and what made them think in terms of impact and contributions to the community. So you can learn from their story and become the best version of you, especially at a time in our society where values have been thrown into the waste bin. Today on the program Icons on Independent Television, our guest is special, and that's because he's an octogenarian. And then secondly, he's also a former school teacher, a former military officer, sports administrator and developer, a businessman, a farmer of immeasurable repute, and he's also been a politician, I mean, as far as I can remember. But there's something unique about his politicking or political activities. All of these and lots more will unveil in the next 25 minutes on the program Icons on Independent Television. My guest today is Owe Dixon Imasuge. What I heard now is now Etose Dixon Imasuge. I'm sure he's going to let us into what all of this means. Pardon, sir. Thank you so much for granting us this interview with you on Icons on ITV. Thank you. You are welcome. Okay, let's begin from the basic. Tell us, what was it like growing up as a child? I mean, today you're very successful in very many ways. Time will fail us to unveil all of that. But how was it like growing up? Were you born with silver spoon, diamond spoon, or golden spoon? What kind of spoon were you born with, and what was life like growing up?
I was born on January 21st, 1941. Here in this very room, or this very house. It's a family house. I lived a hard life when I was young. People know me. Even when I was in the modern school, not to talk of the primary school. I woke up every day by 4 o'clock, go to Lagos Street to sell Midwest Echo and Midwest Champion.
Those were newspapers at the time?
Those were newspaper, local newspaper.
Okay.
At that time. Then I come back after 6 to Bath and go to modern school. The BDC 4, the present branch of Uniben, Nekewan Road. 1 o'clock, if the teacher refused to close us, I will close myself. Go back to Lagos Street to sell Daily Times. If it is the day of Oka market, my auntie go to Oka. I will ask my co-vendor, please, those I'm serving monthly, help me serve so. After selling the one I want to sell. Go back to Mission Road to hire truck to car market and bring back the gari of my aunt. I suffered like that seriously until I left the modern school. My uncle, Reverend Professor Sadloy Masoge, now employed me into the American Baptist School as a PP teacher in 1959. I was posted to Kwabazouaye, that is now Emuhu, and I was very comfortable. 1962, I gained a chance to Abraka teacher training. That time, if you are a teacher, you gain a chance, your salary will be going on.
As well?
Yes, as well. Even who are in the college. But they sent out a circular which says they should restrain teachers. Last to come, first to go. I was in the teacher training. I didn't know the AA Yoruba man was no more friendly with my uncle, who was the head of the American Baptist. He put my name among those
to be retrenched.
I had to run from Abraka down. Went to meet him. He said I should not talk to him at all. I wrote a petition listing more than 100 teachers I'm senior to that were still in the field. The ministry now sent it into him. He wrote that they should not mind me, that it is frustration that is worrying me. They look at those I listed and really saw that I was senior from 59 to 62. There were some who were even employed 61. They now wrote to him that he should restate me immediately and pay me all my arrears. As wicked as he is, he wrote to me and the headmaster of Ewowe, who later became Reverend B.O. Ekato, that he's driving the wife for me to come and replace. Because the wife was also teaching in Ewowe. Yes, we are human beings. If I were to be at all, I would also be annoyed. But as a Christian, he went too far. It's a pity he's no more alive. So anything I'm saying, it will look as if I want to spoil his name. But he went to a society that do not have anything with Christianity. If you want to know, 1951, when I was in Okoro Primary School, I got baptized under the Roman Catholic by Reverend Kelly, who later became Bishop Kelly.
Was that how Bishop Kelly Pastoral Center came from? Is that the history behind Bishop Kelly? Okay.
No.
Okay.
That time he was in Holy Arosa.
Okay.
In Mission Road here. And when I started teaching under the American Baptist, you must belong to their religion.
You got baptized there too again?
I got baptized in 1959 again under the American Baptist. So, will you want to say I'm not a Christian if I got baptized 2 times? If you Christ, they do so. So, unfortunately for B.O.A. Kato, the people reported me to Owegwe have their ways of doing things. They follow the right line. They wanted to know if I'm their member. And if I'm their member, they will not do me anything.
But if you are not their member?
They can't say, yes, you wrong this man. They drove the wife because of you.
That was the allegation against you?
Yes.
Was it that Reverend Ekato, blessed memory now, he didn't know all that transpired to get to that point?
First and foremost, when the AA administrative assistant wrote, I am driving your wife for this man to come and replace. Where are human being?
Yeah.
I said just now that he has a right to be anonymous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But not to the extent as a Christian that he went.
So you're saying he took your name to...
Oh, wait.
To harm you?
Yes.
Because according to him,
that not only to harm me, that I should not spend more than a night alive in a way. But fortunately to me, I was staying in the captain's house in Okpobazwa, that's 9 months. The man know me as small teacher. He knew me anything that concerns native thing or not religious, you don't see me in it. So when they got there now, he told them, no, this man is not our member. But he will not wait and see that this is roof cannot protect somebody in his house. And as such, they should go and grab black charcoal and give to the headmaster meeting. So that taken that they have already taken out. It's the same thing you say in the church now. Miracle that is no miracle. So they left. They now called me. I was still in Abraka. That's what moved me out of Abraka. Because if I'm not in the classroom, they will terminate me.
Yeah.
Whereas while there, I was still receiving my salary. So he warned me. I looked at him. I said, this man wants to cause trouble between 2 Christians. I didn't believe him. He looked at me and said, I know you didn't believe him. But all I will tell you, I don't know if it's only my members he approach. Please, don't sleep. That's okay. Not that I believe. I went there early with bicycle. By 7, I was already in a way. I went straight to his house. The way he received me, I said, that's too much. I said, so that devil wanted to cause trouble between me and my Christian brother. I went to the class. He gave me the class. It was, we were almost going to close it. So after 12, because we closed by 1, I said, this man will still warn me. Do not sleep. I said, let me see the headmaster. I went to the headmaster because all along I was sending excuses since I didn't report. And when I said, sir, you know I've been sending excuses. He said, yes, yes. I said, I need to see my daughter this night. I said, oh, that's okay. Don't. Please sleep. If you want to go 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I will allow you to go. My brain
You to reset again because you'll be warned.
6 o'clock, 7, you allow me to go. Not that I'm still going to teach till now, and that's 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 when the student will start to come to school. I said, I believe this man. So immediately they knocked the bed to close on my bicycle. I said, tell the headmaster I'm gone. He started running after me. Anyway, wado, omari mudia, which shows there was really something on the ground.
Which means there was a plan to eliminate you that night.
I didn't come home because my things were still in Okobazwai, that is 9 months. I went there. That time, that is now Sopika. Hold meeting 12 midnight. After 11, I went to wake up the Kate. The Kate title that time is now what we call Ogwele.
Okay.
I went to wake up the Kate. I don't buy. I said, sir, when you are going to meeting today, I will go with you. He looked at me. He said, no. I said, why? He said, any person will get trouble. They do not accept him in the society. I said, now trouble I get. You saved my life. You are telling me how to be a good Christian. And I want to join you in what you are worshiping. You are saying I have trouble. I said, I don't have trouble. So I said, you don't want to go. I want to stay outside. Immediately he came out with the oil lamp where they take a escorter. I followed him. When he got there, he went inside to call the elders. Say, see the trouble when you get. He tell this man or small teacher, say somebody will get trouble, they know they accept. When I now say my, the people say they will initiate me.
So that's how you became
a member with man.
I'll come to that point much later. You've also been a military officer. You've been a sports developer.
Thank you.
You've been a businessman.
Yes.
So what were the values that helped you to be able to function at this level?
Thank you. Since I left Abraka, I had photography brain. And I started buying books that I read. I wrote essay books and so on. And I got my advance in bookkeeping and accountancy. So, in 1966, March 66, and I joined the police. Later, Bayagon, who was assistant commissioner here from Ocean, was my squad mate. I was their father. This man who was in charge of security, he was commissioner or deputy commissioner under AIG, Ishaman, was also my squad mate. I got the best batting in 66 squad or 22 squad in police. When the war broke out, they asked for accountants. Because of my certificate, I applied. I was not even a lance corporal in the police. They look at the certificate, they value it, and they gave me a warrant officer class 2.
In the army?
In the army.
So that's how you moved from police to
the
army. Interesting.
Warrant officer class 2, class 1, if you are getting promotion, you go to full lieutenant straight. It will not take you 2 years, you go to captain. So I was employed. I served under Lieutenant Bello as the paymaster 2D. When they now saw my intelligence, they made me officer in charge 2D traveling claim. That is, any other rank going on leave, his paper must pass through me. From Asaba to Sokoto, like this. I made my name. Do you know why I left so sorry? I've not told you about my family life. Let me just brush it. That in the end, 7 women born for me. 6 were under this roof.
So that means you are a polygamist.
Serious one. even with Ababa, when I left him when he was in South Africa, I talk. I said, "See waiting, I see waiting." He said, "They did not play." I said, "Baba, I thought I will learn
from you.
Polygamous things. I don't know you are the one to learn from me." So, like I said, if any major general also chase a girlfriend, I will say it's W1 in Masoge, a girlfriend. Whereas Nala, and now I say, if this thing come, na trouble I did. So when the car cool, the car then were all my boys.
Wow.
Happened. And I say, the senior officers who don't like me can
set you up with this
set
now.
me up. Now, right. They didn't even allow me to go. My boss went to take my paper away from Army headquarters. Like this former senator, Ali Mekena. He was my corporal.
Wow.
I sent him to Auchi. Why in Auchi I was paying salary. When he came, I promoted him as sergeant. He was already a staff sergeant before I left.
Wow.
So, or DVD Papa.
That's one.
Was under me.
So, at what rank did you, leave?
W1.
Wow. Wow.
That's the father of the army.
Wow.
But if it's in real military, not tradesmen,
yeah,
it will be called Regimental Sergeant Major.
Okay. ROSM.
ROSM. But as a tradesman,
yes,
warrant officer class 1.
Okay. Growing up as a child, I mean, judging from the background that you came from, I mean, you literally trained yourself in modern school, doing sales, doing business to support yourself and all that. What would you say are the values, the virtues, the principles of life that you imbibed? And you also didn't talk about your parents, because hearing you say you have to work your way to go to school, do trades and stuff like that. Can you give us insight into that?
Thank you. My mother left me and the other 2 children in 1946.
When she left you, what do you mean by
left? My father.
Okay.
To marry another person.
Okay.
But the children, she gave birth to another 7 children. I trained all.
Interesting.
If you were in my birthday that day, you will see the person who prayed, Jesoba Agona. I trained him in Arewele, which is now Western Boys. From there, when I moved to Ibadan posting in 1971, I took him along to do HSC in Loyola College. When he left there, I looked for transfer in UI. You know what UI is that time?
Yeah.
He ran home and wrote me a nasty letter. Those who are not as rich as yourself, send their brothers to overseas. You are sending me to UI. I said, okay, go and bring paper. You want to bring. And I trained in Florida State University, full time for 4 years. Not to talk of the others. I trained all. You saw my birthday if you were there that I have 13 children in overseas. Those who are here, number 5 from number 4 woman Yoruba is a professor in Uniben here and HOD in UBTH. Number 7 is number 2 staff in NYSC Edo State. Number 11 is assistant director NAPTEP. Number 13 is a CEO in one of the Elumelu establishment. Number 17 is the super leader of APC when I'm super leader of PDP in my local government. Number 18 from number 6 woman, Isha woman, is a bank manager, First Bank in Lagos. Number 24 is now they are posting him now. Up to 2 months ago, he was a PRO immigration 2D. Okay. Number 24. He has masters. I trained all my children.
Fantastic.
Because I didn't have that opportunity. And in short, what motivated me to be training people close to me and to be friendly is that I took oath, personal oath, that as I suffer, if I see any person suffer and not help him, may God punish me. So I'm like that. If you ask people, even Christmas, I do Christmas for more than 600 people every year. Not that I'm too rich, but I vow that I must help people.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a very, very interesting conversation today on the program Icons with our guest, Owe Dixon Imasuge, who incidentally is a community leader, a party leader, a businessman, a philanthropist, a former teacher, and former police and army officer. Interestingly, I've seen a lot of people in this category who actually started our package for today, on the program Icons. We hope you enjoy the program. Be sure to join us. We'll bring you a fresh episode of the program. And I'm Sonny Duke Okosun, thanking you for staying with us. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best. Top on the list of the initiates was the eldest son of the Esama of Benin and former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakare Igbenedion. 11 of his siblings, namely Bright Ayamekwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osemwige Igbenedion, Peter Osawari Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osanwi Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osare Igbenedion, Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Ukponwa Ernest Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorige Igbenedion, Agbon Steve Igbenedion, as well as the Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Ugbeide Nwonse. The Esama of Benin Kingdom thanked the new Edion for visiting him and advised them to always abide by the rules and regulations of their new positions. The Esama urged them to indulge in what will continue to bring development and progress to the community.
When I say it's your Edion, I wait to us and I know what I will. Papa. Caliban was in a cocoa, no, we said, who paid you? Who paid you? Papa. Echo one as ever. Ever had a lot of little way as ever, my former. I will wait in it. A joking. Jonah Willing. Jonah Pulupe. Jonah Luria, Barry Boba. John Willie. Gathered in and I had the way. While we had the one, no matter of
ITV, certainly the best.
Odua.
Some days, there comes the Ugemobo Festival, which the Oba celebrates outside the palace gate. A pavilion is built of red cloth where rites are performed to drive away all evil spirits still unsatisfied by the year's sacrifices. The Emobo Festival is to commemorate an event in Benin history which dates back to 1504 AD.
Yari yari, Ọba Tope. Yari yari,
The Oba of Benin added a colorful mood to the year's celebration as he walks round the city center amidst cheers.
This is Anegbete community situated in Isako Central Local Government Area of Edo State. It is an agrarian community with united people that promotes unity and oneness for peaceful coexistence. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the Cradley King. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set rule.
The future is now. Now, if you take a look around you, you see a lot of young people doing amazing things, championing, lots of ideological movements, trying to make positive impacts around them. Okay, so it is beginning to look like the youth are, at the forefront of everything that has to do with change in the society, and it makes us wonder what exactly is going on. Is this a new era in our society? Well, this is how I'd like to say welcome to yet another amazing and awesome edition of Flipside on Independence Television, reaching you live from the city of Benin. Now, of course, I know there are persons who might just be new to the program. Well, Flipside is a socio-cultural show that beams its searchlight on some topical issues in the society, and we just try to examine them and then try to make sense of them. My name is Harry Aigboje, and it's always a pleasure to have you join me on this show. Now, today we are discussing something really interesting, something that has to do with young people, the youth-led revolutions across Africa, the beginning of a new political era. Now, that's basically what we're going to be discussing today. And of course, I'm not doing this alone. I've got two vibrant youths in the house with me. The both of them are not new to youth-related, discourses. To my far left is someone who is an entrepreneur, and a very vibrant youth who is passionate about positive change in the society, especially as it regards the youth. He goes by the name of Deacon Matthew Ehiobo. He is, you know, an ambassador of Nigerian Economic Sustainability Plan and social impact commentator. He's a whole lot of things actually, but I guess we'll just have to streamline it to that. Deacon Matthew, you're welcome on board.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harry.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Edo State. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
How does it...
Don't give up until we see the positive change.
The positive change that we desire.
That is desire, yeah.
Amen. A big amen to that. And of course, seated next to Deacon Matthew is my brother and friend, someone who is also very passionate about young people and what they can become in the society. He is a social impact commentator as well, and also a public affairs analyst. He goes by the name of Williams Talks, or Williams ADI.
Thank you very much for having me, Harry.
Let's set the ball rolling, gentlemen. Evolution, the first thing that comes to mind, or that seems to come to mind, is maybe a violent protest, where a large number of persons take to the streets, you know, with the aim of seizing governance or power by force. Now, is that what also comes to your mind, Deacon Matthew? Let's begin with you.
Yeah, when you hear the word revolution, it talks about change. It talks about change, evolution, evolvement. You know,
okay.
A deportment that changes the old order. All right. So the youth-led revolution we're looking at is not the violent type.
Okay.
Though if
because
not,
it's important
if not
to
well managed,
set the record straight on
if
that.
not well managed, can degenerate. You know, when the hoodlums, if not well managed, can degenerate. You know, when the hoodlums in the...
And then, is it the beginning of a new political era? Yes, because it defines, they are the one that preaches. This is how governance should be. Not
so it's like the birth of new ideas.
Yes, not like the old order, wherever you keep borrowing money. For example, just yesterday, the Senate passed a $9 billion loan for the president to sit up with the budget deficit and all that. Now, in the right sense, it's good, but in the country, what have we been doing with the ones, the previous borrowings?
What impact have previous ones made?
Then, what was the reason of subsidy removal? Now I'm giving you, like, I'm citing
examples.
Things that propel
revolution.
What was the reason of the removal of fuel subsidy? The reason, as they say, is to gather up funds for necessary spending, to gather up funds. And the last 3 months, if you go at research, you see that Nigeria has accumulated close to $20 billion, approximately 14 trillion naira. So that is a whole lot of funds. You understand me? Now you have started a 50 trillion naira budget, for example, and then here you have 14 trillion in space of 3 months, and then the budget. So then you are not telling that you are borrowing $9 billion. So for what use? On what purpose? Is it really
in the interest of the people?
Interest of the people. What reforms? What health policies? What reforms? What health policies? What things that will be
compelling?
Just like what he said.
By that same colonialism, by the instrumentality of borrowing.
Could that be what the late Kwame Nkrumah meant when he said something about neo-colonialization?
So what we are saying in essence is that this borrowing must stop if we must make headway. You know, because they keep using our natural resources as collateral. You know, you cannot just go to your to dig, you know, and extract this oil, and you know, see, they will tell you they gave license to modular refinery, but they will not be given the opportunity to operate. If you want to try, they will call it bunkering, they will call it a lot of things that you cannot use those commodities that will help your economy to grow. So we should stop this borrowing, whatever it is, whatever affiliation, whatever potency or subjection we have been made to be put into by this foreign power. Our leaders should know to resist it. Okay. Because if they don't do it, you know, we'll keep living in squalor, you know, just as we've been experiencing. You know, increasing debt profile and low infrastructural development and all of it. And by the time you know it, no good roads to even take your goods from where it is produced to the needed market. So we need to look at this holistically. Our government should do this. Keep borrowing. Why was subsidy removed?
It's to gather up.
Why was it removed? And now we still keep borrowing over and over. They tell you now election is coming. In fact, from now till next year, you see there will be a shutdown in economy, no production, no development. They will tell you they are campaigning. They just look at developed country where election is, even in the day of election, it goes seamless, as though nothing is. Everybody is going about their activity. You just take your phone, you cast your vote, and before you know it, it is collated and all of that. But this, the whole day will be shut. Even in the day of election, the whole day will be shut down. No going, as though we should.
So are you implying that that is deliberate? That do they deliberately shut down the system just to?
It's because of the failure of the system.
Okay.
The system is not working. The other day, we were agitation for e-transmission of results straight to the area.
It was rejected.
One of the easiest way.
Okay.
And it was rejected.
But the Senate came up with excuse.
As to why should
network.
There will be network failure. And then the network NCC, they came up with the deal and said, no, we have almost covered the whole part of Nigeria. I don't think there's any other place.
Well, some persons argue that they were probably just making room for eventualities.
There cannot be eventualities. This is a country. If, for example, these people, they'll be having some little, if they've been perfect to 75% or 95%, putting pressure on them will make them want to 600.
Okay.
Or if possible, you give them, okay, for the purpose of this election, the easiest way to strengthen democracy, we are going to give you loan, make it 100%, and then you pay back with some form of
interest. And that will be putting the loan to good use.
Some form of interest. And then they will take it. These are business people. They will take it. And they give you a seamless election. And then you don't need to stress. And then for eventually, you calling people. You just walk there. You thumbprint. Everybody go home. The thing, nobody need to stand in the queue. You thumbprint. You go back home. Go and sit and start monitor the issue. We're talking about crude oil. The last time we checked, OPEC, Nigeria, if you go up to 33 billion barrels of crude oil. Either the 33 billion, no matter how you want to collect loan over the years, you can't exhaust 33 billion. Why not give to the private refinery that's already functioning? So we have a fuel in cheaper
sufficient for fuel, yeah.
So these are little things. If not for because we will get there. Let me not just speed.
Yeah.
Because of the divide and rule. You create the masses have their own protest group. The government, they've created their own artificial protest group. So you divide
to counter your
so if not because of anything, this transition of law to arrogance that they forced their way to make sure that it was done the way they wanted. It would have led to this very serious protest. This is what is going to guarantee democracy, strengthen democracy, giving us leaders, credible leaders. And then you are making it look so stressful, so obvious that there's room for ringing.
And that you have ulterior motives.
Yes, yes.
No way, it's not
right. Let me add to that.
Don't worry, just before you add, of course, I know there's so much more to say, in this regard, but let's quickly go on this very important break. The program is still Flipside. When we return, it continues. Please stay tuned. All right, welcome back. It's still Flipside on Independent Television. Now, Mr. Matthew, you actually were itching to contribute to what he was saying.
You see, the problem has been our politicians, I don't know, let me not use derogatory statement.
Language, yeah, please don't.
That's whether, they've made politics mainstream of income. That without being in power, it is either you do it or you die.
So it's a do or die affair.
They've taken to that extreme that if I'm not in power, I cannot eat. If I'm not in power, I cannot drive.
Whereas the purpose of governance in the first place is to cater for the needs of the people.
It's to serve. The moment you are out of office, whether as a governor or even as a president, you begin to speak in favor of who is there so that you can get peanuts. It's supposed not to be so.
It's not happening already.
No, what I'm saying is that we are import dependent even up to this moment. When we have all even in the leather industry, we have cattle, but it has become a problem. Between farmers and herders. What's supposed to have gone into a digital refining system where you get, high quality hand and skin to make finished product for which you could get foreign earnings.
And this is wasting years.
is wasting, and at this moment we do not refine to international standard. We still use the wait for sun, we deep in well, when there are digital machines to control the production process. Even if not for Dangote, just this morning I commented that if it is only refinery that Dangote, with all the franchise, all the opportunities being given to operate as a monopolist, you know what is that? To dictate price for the consumption of what the whole country is using. Why not make it a competitive market where there is free entry and free exit? The Nigeria is vast. The market is there. If at all, just for local consumption, let us not say let's export. Let us block all our borders. Let us consume what we have, produce and consume what we have. Do you know what you'll be saving from what you sell out for import? Yeah. In fact, is it that the white man are destabilizing our economy so that we'll keep importing from them? Is it what they are doing to our politicians so that they can sell us ammunition to cause insecurity in our forests so that we can buy their weapons?
So these are just speculations, though.
They are speculations, right. But the need should be talked about so that our leaders will get the right sense to know what to do. In Benin, they say, Oja, I have seen a woman. Because if you do not do well as a political party, your party will come and go, but your economy remains. The value of your currency remains. The value of your passport in the international community remains. What will you make out of it? Will you live there forever? If you live 100 years old, is that an eternity?
Of course not.
It will come to an end someday.
It will. It definitely will. And we actually.
What impact are we making? Look at, should we not be comparing countries that are having military rules as to socio-economic impact they are making before we get it right?
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Deacon Matthew, for that for that very passionate one. Now, this question goes to you too, okay, because it's very important to examine our antecedents as a people. Now, what historical examples of youth-driven movements exist across Africa?
If not that, God is so passionate about Africa. You know, Big Brother in Kokobili in Manhattan said, he said if you read the Bible, you look at when it was described, the land flowing with milk and honey. He said he's supposing that it's Nigeria, it's Africa that is being talked about because of all the natural resource and everything, even political instability that should have destabilized the continent. But God has been so faithful and, you know, helping us to manage it. Look at Kenya the other time, you know, we hear of the Gen Z protests. Yep. Look at even the Burkina Faso that led to the change of government. You know, people are beginning to, there is a wake-up call. And if the government does not do the needful, that is when you see it snowball, it degenerates into toppling the government, which is not supposed, which is not intended,
which is not encouraged,
because in so doing there are loss of life or property, there are destruction of infrastructures, there is a shutdown. You know, there will be people, what they call it, IDP, you know, there will be a disarray. You know what you've been building over look at even in Nigeria now, in the northern part, you just go to a community have been sacked. You see buildings, everybody raised down with fire. Where are we going, my brother? Should we wait to that extent before we do the needful? Like what happened, even Nepal, some countries like that. We should be patient, please.
Yes,
and the government should not take our patience for granted. Even though we are preaching patience right here.
All right, thank you very much, Deacon Matthew. Patience indeed is a virtue. Now, I'd like to ask you this, Williams. The NSAS protest was a very viral protest, and you know, it shook Nigeria to its very foundations. In fact, it's one of the most talked about protests across Africa. Now, do you think that protest was, you know, justified, going by, you know, the kind of conversations that surrounded it at the time? Do you think it was justified? Do you think it was called for, or it was just, you know, a case of people reacting to the situations of the country that, you know, probably weren't really that serious?
Yes, this is your last statement. It was not as serious as it is now.
Okay.
where it was then, it was bad, worse. But where it's here now, it's even more worse than it was then. These were activities started online, Twitter, now X. You know, the moment they started building the hashtag, they started with an hashtag, NSAS, and police brutality was the major issue that sparked the protest. Then they now gradually
incorporated other factors into it.
Other factors into it.
Okay.
End bad governance, NSAS. So they now incorporated the hashtag end bad governance. Then it was as a result of the decay in the system, as a result of a lot of mismanagement of funds. You hear
corruption too.
Cases. You convict somebody of billions, and then the trial judge will ask the person to pay 500 million and 2 shots and go scot-free. In some cases, you can't even trace. Then another governor will be giving such person a backup, and then the person will be working freely
in the streets,
showing us video where he's working at, and he's with public funds. So this,
so in a nutshell, impunity was one of the reasons.
Yes, these are the issues. Judge in broad daylight, seeing what it is, and then reading contrary what is supposed, what somebody has doctored for you. You know, now that 2023 election would have also sparked another similar issue, but the word, when I said there have been a divide in the protest issue, so we have government sponsored protests and the original citizen youth protests.
So are you implying that the government sponsored protesters were the saboteurs of the NSAS protest?
Yes. So since the inception of that NSAS, they now intensify on their own too. So whenever there's a protest, you have seen two sides. The last one, I think it was the last protest of this area, you were seen in Abuja, two crowd. There was this other the citizen, and then the government sponsored this other side, and then somebody was asked to give a speech, a young man, and then he was talking in favor
of the
original protest, and they have to draw the mic. So you see,
somebody from the counter protesters camp.
So he himself that is giving peanuts to protest, to counter the protest, is also suffering from what the original protest is talking about.
That was a really symbolic one.
So it's that video is still trending. So for you to see how they've maligned this issue, how deep this issue of revolution is led by it, until the government gets it right, we will continue to see protests. And if there's any other protest that will come again as even that close to that of NSAS, my brother, it is. I'm sure that it's going to lead more results than that, because where we are now, currently, with the situation that is happening, it is going to be very serious.
Boys are not smiling, huh?
They are not smiling. It's going to be very, very serious, because as at then it was just too, that's this statement saying, I pray you don't miss the previous administration. We are missing. As bad as the previous administration was,
we are missing.
And I mean, nobody who would have ever imagined
that we'll miss.
So the system is so bad that you just have to cry out, and protests like this are the legitimate means to air out our grievances.
All right.
And then we must, when it's happening, next time it's happening, they should please try and leverage on it. But because of how personal interests and a lot of things have gone, it has always led to violence because of the counter protests I'm talking about. But in the nutshell, the NSAS was a result of poor governance.
Okay.
But not as it is now. It is very, very deep as it were then.
So compared to now, it was a child's play then?
It was a child's play. And then we may even see, if the 2027 that is coming, the momentum that is gathering, all these things that the government have done that was supposed to have led to protests, that they've escaped. If again that 2027 they didn't get it right, is going to lead to issue. Those issues they are accumulated.
Okay.
And they even, let me give you a statement. Buhari said to Shomole when they were campaigning, said as they've gone round, that it's discovered that Nigeria, the Nigerian politicians, they are all sitting on a
keg of gunpowder.
That at any moment to blow up. It happened in his own regime. So I was actually, you remember he once said, because because I was also there. We also in online. We also tweeting and also we shared the answer. I said, remember you made the statement that you all were all sitting on the keg of gunpowder. Night has blown from the administration. Why? Because of mismanagement of funds. You were there sitting there and people are mismanaging funds and things are all going wrong and there's nothing you could do. And then you say you're a corruption champion. No.
All right, thank you very much, Williams. Now, you made mention of how the NSAS protest started. It started on social media. Yes. It started with the youths tweeting their minds, and of course, addressing some of the issues that later formed the basis of the protest. Right now, let's take a look at the role of the internet in all of this, because I think it's as regards what we are discussing. Just like we've established in the beginning, that the protest or the revolution we're talking about here is not a violent revolution, but an ideological revolution. So what do you think is the role of the internet in all of this?
The role of internet, I will use Sudan as a perfect example. It was a tech-savvy protest.
Okay.
It just started online, and then gradually they took it down to the neighborhood to neighborhood, doorstep to doorstep, and then the crowd became so massive. That was how they were able to succeed.
Okay.
Now, the internet is playing a very vital role because you don't need it. Is yes, I will refer back to the NSAS.
Okay.
It was also tagged as a leaderless protest.
Okay.
No leader, but they were all saying the same thing.
Speaking with one voice.
Speaking with one. So it's first of all gather momentum on the media, because you now have people who are self-savvy, who can express themselves, and the Strait of X is a raw platform
where anything goes.
Anything goes. So you
uncensored.
Go back to X. If you go now, as speaking, you see a lot of anger issues, and I will spark up your anger.
All right.
And you're looking at it. Is there any means I can just express my anger?
All right. Let's take a pause there. Of course, I'm getting back to you right after this break. It's still Flipside on Independent Television. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Well, let's go to have you back. It's still Flipside on Independent Television. Now, Williams, before we went on that break, you were, giving us some sort of expose as to how the internet contributes to all of this.
So, while on the news flash, there was a news that caught
yes,
attention.
Yes.
And if we go down to the Strait of S, I bet you that thing is already trending, giving you both sides of reaction. And I will cite an example with the divide protest. It has gone down online too. I will use it as an example. Now this is it. Why it will be online trending? Now they will tell you the sensitivity of security issues in Benue, and then you are saying that they should reopen 2 constituencies there for election purpose. Now they will tell you why you are concerned about winning election. People are dying.
Yeah.
So why is it not that you are ordering the Nigerian defense, Nigerian chief of army staff to take high-powered trip down to Benue and go and restore peace and order? That would have been a very good one. And then come again, that same thing that will be trending now, then you see other people there, they divide in the internet. Because of 2020 NSAS protest, they discovered that it started gather momentum online. Now they've recruited their own soldiers online. So while you are there, they are attacking you. So when a serious issue generates online, they have young people who come and start engaging. While you are engaging, they are also engaging. They really you who are concerned about this issue, trying to fix this issue.
Just to silence them.
Just to silence them. If you want not to silence them, say no, this is the reason why. So now you will now be on the both sides. Why it is that these people are being saved for the next social media sparked protest is because they've already taken their own divide to empower them. And now there was one tweet, DM that was trending also on X, where a government agent was trying to recruit an influencer, a popular influencer, to come and be, they call, retweeting.
Okay.
They call, it's also called retag, like tagging.
Okay, tagging. Okay.
Tag, retweet, tag, and reshare.
So more like a leaked chat.
Yes, leaked chats. The same person leaked it with a proxy account. You understand? So when I say proxy account, they have their real face account, and they also have their proxy account. So we know the person that we have social media. We know how these things work. So the person will then say, "You, I will apply. We will give you 200,000 just to be sharing and tagging." And the person said, "How cheap? You think I'm judging just for me to be your own failure? I should be trying to
garnish it and make it look good.
Say you go, and then you insulted the person, and then the lady quickly block the person, and then he shared it on and said, look at how they are. So there are a lot of people who also gone in line with such offer. They are out there online. Why there are some who they have not even contacted at all? But though it's politics, you understand.
Of course.
There will always be that. But they will not start to look at the situation of the country. You are also saying that no, it is not. So now, because of that, they now encourage their own too. So they gather momentum, they water down the momentum, gather momentum, they water down the momentum. So they are all said, so you don't really know who are we coming out, who is going to come out to protest. They are waiting for the first person to make the move. So they know that they've done a lot of damage to the system that they don't even want to see anything called protest. So they now want to take it. Let's take it to them with our own soldiers.
Movement, okay.
Social media soldiers are called them like that. Influencers. There's even one on my list that is spearheading a support group
for the elite.
Yes, for the elite. We are friends. Sponsoring a support group.
So what would you say might have happened behind the scene? Would you say envelopes might have changed hands?
Part of it, converted.
Okay.
We call it in the social media, we call it brainwashed.
Brainwashed, okay.
Brainwashed. Yeah. So because of the envelope brainwashed and then the envelope attached to it, they will not say, okay, after all, I've been sustained a little bit. But still telling you actually are going to buy for. You will go to the market. The envelope will get finished now within the space of 2 weeks. You never get to 2 weeks. You are buying for 1,350. Are you going to how much are you going to for now? For you to get a full tank, you are spending way close to 60,000 to get a full tank.
Wow.
And then you also have there's no light. So you also championing for the government. There's no light. You will still buy for your generator. So you see, these are issues.
So complex.
Yes, very complex. But there again, you then wonder why people also want to start telling that no, this is not the real thing. This is the real thing. But there again, we also have people who are true to this. They are also there on that same street, battling it to them. And then until the day to get back again through the social media, and it's one of the beautiful places to gather momentum. You stay together, and then let me address this issue. It's not as if these people they are doing it because of they want to destroy the country or they want to scatter government establishment. No, they are doing it for your own good. They are doing it for the good of your children. They are doing it for the leaders to be held accountable. You can't be spending money and then you are not. Now, let me give you one shocking thing. The president is the first time in history that the president is running 3 budgets concurrently. Go. That is a criminal offense in the first place for impeachment. Coming back to the Senate, our National Assembly, this thing is happening in your eyes, and then you are welcoming another budget. If this is approved, it's coming 4.
Thereby making it complicated.
So where are you getting this money from? Which same particular budget are you getting this money from now? Where are you spending from? So it becomes so confusing. These are what daylight offense, impeachable offense.
In an ideal democracy.
And then it's also on the streets of media, social media is still there. They're also trying to make sure that, see now, you must understand that these things are for the purpose of bringing to you so that you hold the government accountable, legislative, holding government accountable. They will bring it to you, but they are not doing anything about it. And these people are getting angry day by day. This is a criminal offense that is going on, and you are allowing it.
So tell me how they won't take to the streets in protests.
I'm coming, we'll get it. Now, yesterday it took them 4 hours. In space of 4 hours, they approved the $9 billion loan. Another issue that is. So when this issue starts, it just take one big influencer to tweet. Let's protest. Tweet, hashtag. They will start there and then they gather. Then people will start saying, meet me at social location, they will fund this, that. So you know, we're on the street. You just need to start from one state and then the video. This one that is happening at the front of Ekosodi Junction precisely is already trending on social media. It just needs more light, to retweet, share, like, comment, and then it's already on.
People take to the street.
People start trooping to the street. before you know it's gathering momentum, the whole place is shut down. The whole country is shut down.
All right, thank you very much, Williams. That was another very brilliant one. Now, I'd like to ask you this, yes. Deacon Matthew. You are an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And I don't mind to say is the devil's workshop.
You're right.
How do you think unemployment contributes to, civil unrest in Africa?
It is what exacerbates, what makes it become more tough, because man must eat. Basic needs must be met. In management theory, there's what we call Abraham's theory of needs, from the basic necessity, to status and all of that. And the Bible also said, having food and raiment, that's the basic. Food and shelter yourself before you talk about clothe yourself before you talk about shelter. So when you don't have any of this, then when you are hungry, my brother, when you are seeing one, it looks like
a hungry man is an angry man.
You understand? So, but when you find something doing, that will preoccupy you. Before the day goes down, the strength, you'll be worn out, that taking to the streets will not be an option. And that is why we are asking the government, if at all you cannot create employment for the massive graduates that are turned out every year, create an enabling environment so that people can engage themselves, what we call self-employment. You can set up a small, even from micro. It starts from micro, then before you see small, before you see medium, and all of that. Yeah. If there is good road, there is constant power supply, you see many of these things, even though the fear they are still increasing it, but we try to bear until it, it's not get to a point where we cannot take it anymore. You understand? And another thing I'm seeing is that there is no effective opposition in government, and that is what is making it worse. Turning the country into one party system, it is not helping us. See, a man that does not have criticism is not doing well. If all men say good of you, the Bible says, it says, woe to that man whom all men say well of. It is not ideal. The moment you are in opposition, DSS come after you, EFCC come, it is not proper. Look at America. We see America like two parties, but there are many parties. But this is what is, who is a Democrat will be a Democrat even unto death. You understand? Bringing that, in fact, being a Democrat in power, like the Republicans in power now, there are contributions, ideas from the democratic system that they put side by side, juxtapose, to help the government source, even though being a Republican. Not just that, everything about another party that's not in power in Nigeria is useless. Human capital from there is useless. Ideas, brilliant ideas, even projects that have been started from other political party is terminated. You will not start new one. You even go and build new road close to the one that have been started that just needed completion. You go and maybe sometime they will remove the asphalt. You want to start again. You make a new budget
to discredit the previous administration.
Yeah, we going, and natural resources budget is what is being expended. Then you begin to see new approval, new every year. Even close to 5 Junction, there are some spots in the town, that you just see a little pothole that wheelbarrow can fix. They will allow it to degenerate until you now make it a state budget. Where are we going, my brother? Like as I have said before, political party will come and go, but the value of your currency remain. The importance of the level of your economy, in the international community is what is being talked about.
All right.
You understand? When you talk about just like the football, they will say Nigeria is so position in FIFA ranking. Then come to Africa. You understand? That is what we are talking. We are not talking about the coach or the captain of the team. We are talking about Nigeria as a football. How do you call it? I'm not. You understand?
All right.
We are not talking about who is the coach there that will make it rise or that will. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we are looking at it as a nation.
Yeah.
And that is what it is. Look at our debt profile.
It's all right. It's okay. Shunrikin Directorate. Hold that thought. Well, you asked a very salient question, though.
Yes.
Where are we going? And that actually reminds us of the fact that independent television and radio is 29th, and we are going to be asking the very, very important question. Co-Vadimos. Where are we going? Well, we have to go on this very important break now, and when we return to be time for the final lap of the show. Please stay tuned. All right, welcome back. This is the final lap of this week's episode of Flipside on independent television. Now, if you take a look around you, gentlemen, you'll see a lot of young people with amazing potentials, right? With huge following, you know, huge influence, especially on social media. They have lots of young people looking up to them.
Like very dark man.
When they sneeze, in fact, a lot of young people literally catch a cold. Now, that underscores how very influential these guys are.
Yes.
Now, taking a look at the personalities of these people, do you think they possess the qualities, you know, to drive the kind of positive change that the majority of young people are looking forward to? Or you think that they might be susceptible to corruption, thereby thwarting whatever hope that there might be as far as youthful protests or youthful revolutions are concerned?
Yes, beyond the social media influencing and all of that, even from the Bible days where the history was written, you know, leaders are born and it is generational. So social media is giving it more credence in time like this, you know, and it's saddening. The backlash is that we have politicized everything. And even when these people, you know, are evolving, gathering momentum, gathering population to do positive change, make positive impact, they will water it down politically. I mean those politicians, because they think you are criticizing them. You are allowing them not to operate, you know, that will be beneficial to their interests. So that is the pain. Even we just talk about, you know, if you are not in their party, they will come. That is as to political parties. Now we're talking about social media influencers. You know, they will want to. If you make any tweet or make any post that is anti-government, you just see. There's a guy, you know, we hear of Obaka, a fiscally challenged, who just wrote on his car, you know, against the government. They came to pick the car off, you know, just in his street there.
So speaking against the government is considered treason, right?
You understand? What we are saying is that they see that we are attacking them, but that is not the essence of it. You know, it is to make positive impact. What is not going nowhere, you know, make a change so that you bring the desired result for the consumption of everyone.
All right.
Know? So that is the whole something that, you know, politicizing, you know, the attack is where we have the problem.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you very much, Deacon Matthew. Now, Williams, the young people we have around us today, let's not go too far. We have the likes of, you know, the popular influencer Martin Sose, you know, also known as Very Dark Man. Now, taking a look at these guys, they are very influential. And like I said, they command a lot of respect from young people. Do you think these guys have what it takes to drive the change that the youthful population are looking forward to? Or you think they are corruptible as well?
See, this matter is very, very dicey. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
This same person you call now, there was a time I expected him to do a lot, but he didn't act as what I was expecting him. Then I became suspicious. I've been, for some time,
You've been observing him.
I've been observing him.
Okay.
I'll give you some reservations, you know. And then I'll tell you why. Why you're having these influencers, we don't even really know who is totally for the interest of the people, because like I said before, they've taken it now to go meet the real protesters, the real youths who are eager for good governance.
Okay.
So they cautiously build their own influencers. Give them the money, make them look good, make them appealing, let the people love you, you know, gather these followers, and then when it's time to protest, make a tweet. divide the protest. All my people, more than enter us. The protest not really, you understand? He made that statement when they were in there at Abuja, saying that there should be e-transmission of results to IREC. He made the statement that if he will not see those opposition leaders there, he's not going to come out. And then people have been saying that if he is not the center of the protest, he is not making any statement about it. He's not. And then I know that that's true. And then one of the opposition leaders came up, even 2 or 3, they came up. I downloaded the video, posted it on my social media, I tagged him. A lot of people started tagging, these people are out already, so why are you not out? He made the statement clearly. He said his own group, you know, he has his name, he said they should all go inside, we are not going, we are not coming out. Now imagine somebody that have close to 5 million followers. And remember, just we talk about those issue of stand, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Issue of stand. You understand? People they follow you rigorously.
Blindly.
So he said they we are not going out. Imagine if, for example, out of the 5 million, 3 million obeyed.
Okay.
That is the youth that would have been on the streets to protest for that issue.
To bring the change.
All right.
They won't withdraw. So what I'm trying to let you know that we don't really know who are they, but they are youth who are really eager, and we can make sure them that youth are really eager.
And if they are focused, they can.
Focused. They are really focused. A lot of them on social media are very focused, but you don't see them. When they make the restatement, DSS is coming for them. DSS has not really come for those that will know that they are for the government.
All right.
But the real ones that make the statement, DSS will come for them. None of them who are in prison.
So the ones that are getting away with such statements are moving. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I actually do wish we had more time, but this is where we're going to be calling it a day on today's episode of the show. I want to say a big thank you to you for doing me the honor of being on the show with me, and I'm hoping that the next time I call upon you, you will oblige me. All right, it's been Flipside on Independent Television, and I guess my guests have said it all. An idea whose time has come cannot be stopped.
Yes.
So let's do the needful. As young people, we owe ourselves and our future, on our future generations, of course, the passion to bring about the change, because it begins with a passion. Once you're passionate about change, it's only a matter of time before it begins to manifest. Well, my name is Harry Aigbo J, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, do the right thing, stay out of trouble, and have yourself a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Top on the list of the initiates was the eldest son of the Esama of Benin and former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakare Igbenedion. 11 of his siblings, namely Bright Ayamekwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osemwike Igbenedion, Peter Osawari Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osanwi Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osarene Igbenedion, Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Upuma Enes Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorege Igbenedion, Agbon Steve Igbenedion, as well as the Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Ugbeide Nwonse.
Hey!
It was a vital aspect of Okada community's cultural heritage, which emphasized the significance of age, responsibility, and community service. Over 50 notable sons of Okada were also initiated. According to tradition and customs, those initiated, dressed in white traditional attire, were made to undergo some rituals, while the Odionwe pronounces blessings on them and assisted them to take a seat with the elders.
TV, certainly the best.
The new Edion expressed excitement as they danced and rejoiced before the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Benedion, who also joined in the dance. As visiting and paying of homage to various homes of senior elders continued, the initiates spent 7 days performing diverse kinds of rites as required by tradition. They were furnished with rules and regulations regarding their new office as Edion.
That I grew up in this community to the point that they have now also chosen me as an elder in this community. It's a thing of great joy. All thanks to the Esama of Benin, my people, my family, everybody, all Okada community for this great honor. I am very, very grateful.
Well, this is my brother. I'll call him my uncle because he grew up with my father. I'm so proud of him because we are doing the same rituals as the Edions of the Okada. It is our duty for us to make this place a greater place, for outsiders to come and see the goodness of God in Okada. And I'm proud of every one of us here. So shall it be to each and every one of us in Jesus' name.
Waya wawesu Odion lima Okada zima Esama zima Dion Ebuna zima Dion Obala zima Dion Marawe Mahari Owe Sama Dionena Limado Pome Sama Limado Bekene Sama Ema Dio Wawena Esama Magbekenene Osaba Obuyo Bitwane Aba No Getoni Maga No Diami Magame Manido Bekene Dena Ima Yafe Ima Ato Ima Agmo Arokpa Ewu Dori Ima Adi Awogene All the Diagmo Yano Emi Magame We need just to know me our fan.
In Esama, in our father's house, in respect of our initiation to elders Edion level. As tradition demands, we are here today to come and also pay our homage to him, also for him to also pray for us for long life and prosperity.
The climax after 7 days was paying of homage again to the Edion way, where he gave the initiate the full rights to function and to henceforth participate in meetings with Edion. It will go down in the history and minds of Okada community, Ovia people, Edo State, and Nigeria in general. The ambience, style, and the colorful ceremony associated with the 2025 initiation into the Edion Council of former Governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakari Benedion, his brothers Bright Ayamekwe Benedion, Honorable Charles Osenwige Benedion, Peter Osawori Benedion, Dr. Fred Osawuni Benedion, Barrister Mike Osane Benedion, Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Benedion Wonse, Honorable Efosa Douglas Benedion, Ukbonwa Benedion, Osawe Benedion, Edosa Benedion, Dr. Daniel Omorige Benedion, as well as Agbong Steve Benedion, among other sons of Okada.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
everyone, welcome to WIC Women in Conversation. This is a table, a red table for that, where women sit to talk about women, things concerning women. But like I always say, we cannot talk about men and leave out the men and the children, of course. But this is a table for strictly the women, where we discuss without holding back certain things that we need to talk about. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at the BBL, the Brazilian butt fit. And to do this with me, I have on my right, I have Mercy Emmanuel. Mercy Emmanuel is a nurse. She's actually going to help us discuss this for us to understand about it in a better form. Mercy, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you for coming as always. And then to my left, I have Princess Edith Madejemo. I hope I got it right this time. I hope I did. And so she's the CEO of Golden Touch Collection, where women go to look good. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And then on the far left, I have Ayo Ali Balogu, who will always tell me, don't remove the Ali and call only the Balogu. Put the two together. I'm a pure Lagosian. Ayo. Ayo is not a sex consultant, but she's a consultant.
Consulting what?
What are you consulting?
We need to find out.
Let's find out what you're consulting.
So, I'm consulting here too. I'm a management consultant.
Okay.
Certified one.
Certified management consultant. Ayo, thank you for joining us today and welcome to WIC.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's go straight to what we're talking about today. It's been a problem in Nigeria for a recent time now, a few months now and a few weeks. We've seen very pretty young girls who had passed away because they had decided to go through the BBL, the commonly known BBL, but actually it's called Brazilian butt fit. Okay, so Brazilian butt lift. The very recent girl that just passed on last week. Well, I think I can't remember her name now, but she went for the second surgery for, I don't know whether to maintain it or to make it bigger or to make it smaller. But unfortunately, she passed away during this procedure. And a lot of men have come out to say, let me go exactly what some men, after carrying out some research, what men actually said. Okay, I'm going to be reading what a few men had sent to me. Some of them said, we do not send these ladies to go do this. As a matter of fact, we don't like it. So
who says it's about them?
But that's what the women have said. But let me not answer for you all.
Okay.
Let me start with you, Mercy, as a medical professional. I'm going to be talking about the medical aspect of it, and I'm going to talk about the beautification aspect of it with the two women. How dangerous is this procedure?
It's dicey. Why do I say it's dicey? If the procedure is done properly by professionals, do you understand? It's not dangerous. Liposuction is something that some medical doctors would also tell you, I do not give my consent to it. Why do you want to do it? You're good. I mean, if you want bum, as they say, you want this hip, you want to have a good shape on your butt. I think why not go the physical way, as in gym, all that helps, than go through liposuction, because sometimes, especially in Nigeria, we do not have some of the equipment that would help in this procedure, or that will help the procedure go successfully. This liposuction thing, it's not just the way they do it. You go there, they harvest the fat, and then they inject it into you, and then, all that. I mean, there are processes. And because of the way the medical, the medical department is in Nigeria, it's not safe. Because all these things, I mean, when the fat is harvested from a part of your body, there should be procedures. I mean, there should be examinations. Is this fat good for this place they're about to put it?
It's a whole lot of procedure.
It's a whole lot of procedure.
We're going to come back to you, really, because we need to really find out the medical disadvantage of it. But is there an advantage to it anyways?
As a person, I really do not see an advantage to it.
Okay. Ayo, I see that you've been, but the men said they don't like it. They're not interested.
That's not true, because 95% men today will tell you one thing I like in a woman is that woman that has.
Okay, Ayo, let me hear from you.
Okay, so for me, it's sad that the ladies have passed. That I'm not really in tune into what happened or where, but it's heartbreaking when people lose their lives, and the Lord console the family. Now, this is it. When you go into any venture, it's a 50-50 chance. Nothing is sacrosanct.
Yes.
So that you could go for tooth extraction and you die.
Sure, very well.
So, so that's that. The Lord console the family. Secondly, the men that said they don't like it, like I said, for me and for a lot of women that I know, and for a lot of the millennials, I'm not saying Gen Z, millennials.
Yes.
So those are the children born between 1990 and the 2000. These are people who do things for themselves, not necessary for a man. Not a man that goes to the gym to build muscles. Is he building muscles because of women?
No.
Okay, Ayo.
So, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
Go
go
ahead.
there. Okay, let me come in here. I have met a woman.
Yeah.
Who did this time is not the butt. She did the ears, and then I asked
Why
her.
are you demonstrating? Why can't you just call it? What did she do?
He did help me call it.
I just want to know.
Breast augmentation.
Anyway, she did her boobs. Okay, so enlargement of the boobs, and then she wanted it standing.
Wow.
Because I think she's.
They give them standing
ovation. Princess,
Guess what? Another intimidating.
No, you can do it like this. You can do the physical way by padding it up now.
Can I just remind you, ladies, that we're live. Okay, so she did it. And then when I asked her, because she started having issues with it, she lives in the UK, and I asked her, I said, why did you do something that will be giving you pains like this? I mean, and she said, as at the time, she was married to a white man who was always talking her down about her boobs. I said, did you remind this man that you had 4 children for him? And she said, you won't understand. He was always talking me down. So she didn't have the self-confidence anymore. And so she decided to go do it. And what happened? Even after doing it, she's still divorced.
Finally.
What are we talking
she was divorced.
Just as
and
I said, you do it for yourself
it's
and not
giving
for
her
someone.
pains. When I mean pains, she goes into the hospital 2-3 times in some months to get off some pus.
So that's a different one. So, when Mercy talked about, the procedure, whether, basically pull out a fat from one part to the other, and that, it's like Mercy acknowledged, if it's done by top-notch professionals. People who look out for the everything. In that theater room, you have theater assistants. So you have the surgeon, you have the anesthesia. The anesthesia is the most difficult and the most challenging.
Very, very.
That's very rare. You're not common.
So that's
no. It depends. If you're in the medical field, the tendency for you to be an anesthesia is 90%, because you must know what to do at a particular time and what to give. So, even if you don't, the surgeon, honestly, is focused on what he's doing. So you must know it for you to be an anesthesia in that theater.
You are majored as a doctor. So while some doctor major in plastic surgery, some major in that.
Yes.
Now, believe me when I say this is an experienced woman talking here. I've been through liposuction.
Okay.
It's called 360 liposuction for my waistline.
Okay.
Done 2019, 7.5 hours. Baby. So before I went in for the surgery, I remember I said to my daughter, I was like, I was just imagining myself, And the doctor, shout out to you, Dr. Femi Lekki Hill Plus. He said, Madam, this surgery is not a weight loss surgery procedure. But I was looking for ways to lose weight. And everything. So I said, Madam, listen, but then my daughter's friend, Tundu Matthews, his niece had done it. And I was like, maybe I'll lose weight. And then we went in. And the doctor said, even for first, if you're over 100 kilos, he won't touch you.
Yes, that's the first thing.
So they check your weight. So because I was coming from special place, you understand? A special place, he paid me attention. Now you also have to stay off alcohol, smoking, and all of that 2 weeks before. Thereby, they go through the procedure. They now take the fats, If you now take from one place, it's still part of your body. I don't think they had to do all of that. What I'm just trying to say is just that, to be honest, any person who goes through that, because that's your friend, has the marital issue and was trying to save her marriage, she went through that. But largely, anything can take anybody's life.
Anything.
You see, my point is this.
Even headache.
So for people that go for liposuction or BBL, to me, my opinion is they don't have self-confidence.
Princess, my self-confidence is...
That is you. Some of them don't have self-confidence and complex. Because if you believe in what you have and you are very okay with your body shape and body size, why would you go on that knife to correct whatever?
That's why you believe in what you have. You are comfortable.
I will not judge.
That is
now, okay, now if you're self-confident, why are you on an eyebrow?
Do you understand? It's not go on that knife to do it. No, it's not the same thing. Do you know the risk involved? I watched one recently on there.
Do you know the risk involved in
Do you know the risk
in the chemicals?
This is just a pencil.
Even though that's how you think.
That's what you think.
No, it's not the pencil.
The pencil you were under the knife for 7 hours.
Not just 7 hours.
I just stood and I used my pencil to do this.
No. So 7 and a half hours. Put the half.
So that I can send somebody to the other side. So now the one I watched, I saw several wires, several things that were put together, everything, and they were just like you said, they were pulling some fat from the other side to the other side. You see the doctor,
there is a pumping process.
Yes, pumping the fat. You see
the pumping with water,
pump out, yes.
So to extract the
it
fat.
takes it, and then they tore some part of her boot. And from there, they were putting the fat. I don't know how they can bear it. Do you know how for somebody to be shaking your boot for hours?
You're numb.
You are not aware. I know. They know. They must have known that part. Then another one that I watched again was when several injections, they were touching the bomb. They pour in, use injection, like 10 injections, you're just fluid. They were pouring in
fluid.
They were pouring in some fluid. They turned the lady. They brought the stomach. You see, they just punching the stomach, and
I need you to understand that.
What do you want?
I need you to understand something.
Except you tell me you are doing it for yourself.
Okay, now most
people that do this BBL is for the sake of men, it's to entice men. You see them everywhere. Don't you watch social media? They're everywhere. They'll tell you my body. Do you know how much my body worth? Do you know how much my body costs?
Okay, so this.
And once they do that BBL, they will never sit at home.
Okay,
they are everywhere.
Where do they go to?
Where
they go to? What would you say about a mother that can go through the contraction and labor and decides to go through a night?
No, that's a different thing.
It's not a different thing. She decided because
no, that is a different ballgame. Somebody just goes to change her form to begin to attract men. What are you talking about?
That is, you are limiting it, and that is
the one I watched.
Okay, so that's why the men are saying, don't do it for us. We don't want it. We don't like it.
On behalf of the women who have
once they have done that BBL, they will never dress decently anymore. You will see them wearing some
princess. Okay, princess
is a personal thing,
and I'm not exaggerating.
Okay.
Today is what?
Today is 19th.
No.
Of March. Today is Thursday.
So I was at a function on Tuesday, and a group of aunties, and one, slammed my back. So I heard the thud, and I was like, oh, That was me. I didn't have BBL. But because of the lipo, everything went down there. And let me tell you something. It has, when you narrow it down to because of a man, what about me? I look into the mirror and I'm like, oh, wow.
Your self-confidence.
Yeah, it's not my self-confidence. It has nothing to do with myself. My self-confidence comes from my cerebral brows.
Okay. Yes.
So now, this other one is like, when I was 15, I looked a certain way. 20, 30, 40, 50. When I'm 70, baby girl, I want you to think I'm 40 years old.
Oh my word.
Okay, we just saw Florence Itagiwa did her 80th birthday.
You mean,
oh,
sorry,
she
don't
was
just
like
call
a
her.
baby girl.
You ought to call Mama Bakassi.
Yes,
Mama with the body that speaks. The mama that will stand and tell you, do you know what this cost me? So it means that when you know how much you have spent on your body, I know how much I've spent on my body, and then you are not just, I won't talk to you anyhow. I have had for your information, I have gastric sleeve done.
Okay.
I've gone to do.
Are you that fat?
No. But there's a way I want to look. You understand? I have the money. And this has nothing to do with the man. When I'm doing my management consultancy, I don't want, because in those days, so my breasts were like that. So I don't want you. I'm talking to a man, and to be honest, I noticed that most of them, it's like they do it. So is that chest?
The area of concentration.
The area of concentration. The area of concentration should be here.
Yeah, and it's shit.
No, for me.
Okay.
And then when I go for my trainings, I deliberately wear Iran Buba and Bubu. This is the first time you see me in something like this.
Yeah.
Because you want to consult selling. From that man, they begin to walk on. Because you're talking, especially if the man is shorter than you.
I don't know.
And then you're taller, and then you wear heels. And then the man is looking at you, and his headline is by your booth.
Ayo, we have been told we have to go on a short break. And then when we come back, we continue the conversation of the men. I wonder when men sit down to watch women in conversation, how they feel. I'm sure some of them want to respond immediately, but unfortunately they cannot come here to respond. Ayo was talking about the boobs and everything. We'll be right back. When we come back, we continue the conversation. Please sit.
Controversial.
Welcome back. It's still WIC, and I still have with me in the house Edith, and we have Mercy, and I also have Ayo. Ayo, the one that told is a controversial Ayo. You know, Ayo does not agree with any person. She does it her way.
She's
one way. Exactly. Okay. Ayo, you were saying something before we went on a short break. And Edith was complimenting that. She was saying they are still like that. She was even rolling the thing where she was saying that.
So Edith is, I'm so happy that I'm loving the fact that Edith is well endowed and she carries it very well. And I love it. You understand? Clock it. You understand? You get. So, but for what I do, and I have to go to look for business most times, I became very, very conscious.
All right.
You understand? I will wear camisole. So even when I'm very hot and I'm wearing a sheer top, I have to wear camisole. Wear this one, so that when I'm even talking to the gentleman, you understand? It's meant to be something for me to stand
it
tall.
It will be affecting you emotionally, true.
You understand?
That's the truth.
When I'm in the class, when I'm delivering lecture, I don't want you to be looking at, and then I turn.
She's endowed.
Mama. Do you know what I said when I lost weight?
Mama.
You know, so
do you know what I've experienced one day? Sorry to cut you short. I went to gym. I was just walking towards the pool to go and swim. And somebody walked up to me with all boldness. You know what it came to do? At this reel, I was like,
sexual harassment.
Are you okay?
Excuse me.
Because I was expecting good morning. Like, you know, this is morning, daytime. I was going to the gym. I was going to the poolside. And I've not even changed. I've not changed for you to say maybe I've. And the next thing I heard is this real?
Wow.
And he was pointing at me like
that
this.
Is dehumanizing.
I was like, are you okay? Then that "Are you okay?" that I said, my friend heard. And she's a lawyer. She was
It's
already in the
sexual
pool,
harassment.
because that was how I was walking towards the
Sure.
pool, because she got there before me. So I was walking towards the pool to actually talk to her, I'm here. And she was like, what's that? That's harassment. She came out of the pool with everything she was wearing. Now the man was confused, because he had a lot to look now. You want to see something?
Mhm.
You know, she was like, do you know, I'm barrister. She started introducing herself. How dare you talk to her like that? Because I can stand up for my friends. I am so blessed with ladies that can also stand up for me. And he was like, I'm sorry about that. I've seen you. I don't know. I just wanted to know they were real. You can imagine that.
Can
What's
these
your
men
business with
put their
that?
eyes away from
I
these
get harassed
women?
because
You do?
you know naturally I have this. Some people ask me if it's BBL.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Honestly,
what's your business with that?
Some people ask me even at work. So it's made me honestly for peace to reign because
Somebody has
I just
come
had to make a scrub that covers me.
Yes.
So you
Somebody
see
has come to put
Yes.
hand in my dimple.
Because you're
say,
moving.
I like your dimple, and I
Nigerians-
reply with my backhand. A very good backhand.
Nigerians are rude. Some of the men don't know, to draw the line.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying
No,
to you,
those
then,
men.
So what
must
I
be
say to
womanized.
you that
They need help.
so when a woman
They need
decides to do BBL, it could be for her own sanity. She wants when she looks in the mirror and she
And
turns
she's looking good.
and she can see the silhouette that she loves.
Satisfied.
It's nothing to do with another person.
Okay, Ayo, you are saying that the men who had sent him, someone went for the research and then came up with the men saying about 91% of the men says, we don't want it, we don't like it, don't do it for us, we didn't ask you to
And
do
so
it for
they
us.
say it stinks.
And so you are saying you are not one of those women that want to do BBL for a man's sake. You're doing it for yourself. To the looks that it gives you joy, gives you satisfaction. But let me come to you as a nurse, as a medical person. What are the fear of this BBL in old age? Because as a woman growing older, some of us begin to have arthritis pain. And when you're getting into the menopause age, it begins to trouble you. Some say the menopause thing comes with their leg pains and all that. So what is the threat of this BBL for women at old age?
Okay, I'm
from
going to
50
use
and above.
myself as an example. Naturally, if your butt is too big,
If you're endowed down there,
you have the tendency for you to have leg pain. It's 5% because I've experienced it. But it now depends on your weight. Do you understand? Now, when it's got to do with this BBL thing, the thing most Nigerians do not know, it's not just about doing it then. It's like you go to the hospital and you're treated for malaria. The doctors will always ask you to come for a checkup. Now, this is a procedure that is not natural. Trust me, for you to be able to conquer that age factor, you should always go for a checkup. Especially if you're not too sure of who did the procedure. Because most times it may look as if, okay, I've done it, I'm good, it's fine, and all that. You're not even sure if it's a professional. Sorry, I'm going to digress. I know somebody that went for an evacuation, and I was like, why not go to a gynae to perform this thing? Because this person will tell you, do this, and you won't believe it. After she went, no, this guy is trying to extract, is trying to extort. And then she went somewhere else for the evacuation, and you won't believe it, there was remnants of placenta in her, which has led to so much bleeding for days now. So where am I going to? What I'm trying to bring out, this is something that is not naturally, or that was not naturally there. Now, the tendency for you, because no one knows tomorrow, anything, just as I said, anything can kill a man. Anything. Your body could develop. What if tomorrow you happen to be a DM patient, a diabetic patient, and something happens and maybe there's a wound there? It will be very difficult to heal.
Okay, let me. So
Ayo wants to come in. Can you come in here?
Sorry. It says I was coming. So the thing is that the Brazilian butt lift is not, if it's a butt lift, it's different from inserting silicone. Okay, that's different.
We are talking about the butt lift.
So the silicone is where you might have issues where you can say it can burst, it can do that. Now, a lot of times people even do BBL that you don't even know
that they did it.
Because those ones that become so obscene that the waist is like this and the yash is like. I didn't say
I saw somebody that said she removed her.
Are you on TV, please?
That's what we call it in Nigeria.
From her side, she's a Nigeria girl. She removed the 6 limbs. Rims, I mean.
So I am asking, is there an effect to this?
Let me tell you something.
And the boat is like this. The real figure.
So first, when you do the butt lift, the Brazilian is that it's transfer of fat from maybe your arms, from your waist to your feet.
But you're being torn open.
No.
Don't they tear you open?
No.
They do.
No.
That's why I said, be sure it is a professional.
So this is the reason why I brought in this.
Hold on. Can I finish, please? So what could happen? The worst that usually happens in the first few days or weeks after BBL is that the fat does not align
with where it was. Yes, in there. Yes.
So that is why
it becomes like an antibody.
Yeah, like
so
a foreign
it will collapse.
Yes.
So it will not stay. So when they're done with the BBL, let's say it's like a size like that. So if you don't follow the procedure, which is you have to use proper the BBL pillows to sit, you can't just sit on any pillows. Because it will kill the fat. Then it will reduce. You understand? There is nothing to it. There is nothing to it. What is offensive is that when a woman goes from size 10 yash to size 18 yash.
Ayo, you're on TV. Ayo, I just need to be reminding you.
So that is where you have some consequences.
So I'm allowed to speak Hausa. I'm allowed to speak English. I'm allowed to speak Yoruba. I'm allowed to speak Igbo. I'm not allowed to speak Pidgin.
Yes, you are allowed.
So what's yash?
Why not go speak English? What's yash?
Yash na for you.
Okay.
Is that you have a size 8 woman goes from size 8 to size 14 or 16.
Yes.
That's obnoxious. That's offensive, even to the eyes.
Yes.
And you will now see them struggling. You know.
work.
So
those are the ones that have that crisis at
so
even before the old age, they start having the crisis. Yes.
Now what happens is that if he or she now combines it with lipo.
But his don't do it.
No, guys do lipo too.
Okay. To know if there are other ways for us to have this figure 8 that every woman craves to have. Anyway, stay safe out there. Do not go under the knife because you want to have figure 8. Stay safe. I am Patricia Oremu.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Welcome to Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. And today on Viewpoint, we're going to be talking about the current electricity issues and situations that we as business owners, as individuals, are facing in Nigeria, as over 80% of households lack adequate access to grid, as Nigeria's electricity sector suffers from chronic liquidity trap and infrastructural decay, leading to frequent national grid collapses. with generation dropping below 4,200 megawatts, far short of the 4,000 megawatts required for its citizens and population. It is a viewpoint on ITV, and we're going to be looking at some of the key issues affecting our electricity sector in Nigeria. I am Caroline Okonji.
In terms of security of it, we need light. And based on that, in some areas, it makes it difficult for us when we are on patrol at night. And we are even begging the state government to try and do something, at least by supplying street lights in some area that are dark in the night. In most cases in our community, there are places that is very dangerous, that without lights we cannot do anything of such. For so doing, we want, as a matter of urgency, the Edo State government to try and do the needful, so that the security will be okay for us, so that we can be able to work effectively.
The issue of NEPA issue that you came from is very rapid to us, in the sense that the NEPA look as if we are not a citizen of Nigeria, because since a month there's no light in us. We have been passing through. Which NEPA, anytime they came, a minute or 30 minutes to, they will come and bring the light to us. That is, we are not expecting them to come and collect their bill. Indirectly, we are expecting bill from them to come and collect it. Within that hour or 2 hours, you will see a number of people with a ladder. They will come. They will come. And after their collection, there's nothing like light again. They will block us up. I think before we have this light, they mandated us to buy a meter, which we bought individual. We pay through the NDC, we have our transformer here, not through NEPA. Before we got out this light, they mandated us to write an application of submitting it to the NEPA as a will to them. And we work for it. And we should not claim ownership. And we fought for the transformer. And after that, again, they came that there is no oil in it. We pay up to 1 point something again. Before. After all that, they came up again, said it was meter issue again, that every community, every houses have to have a meter, which we did. We have to. I have my own receipt. I have my paper meter in my residential house here. So after all that again, they came up with a past bill. We, before we make that transformer, got that transformer, we've been glad out for 10 years here. They came with a bill to us again that we need to pay a standing bill. We went to Testament, the office there. After we left the one at the bypass, they were delivering us before they now refer us to the one at bypass. I don't want to mention name of the manager there. Got in there again, he said we have to go for all those things, we need to fulfill all those things, which we did. After that, they now on the light for us. As they on the light, not up to a month, we were still in blackout again. So at the end of it, we went again, they said it was according to them, that the electric wiring merge. That was the cause that they now cut us off again from EOY again, which we not pay. We that amount again. The Chile community, which is the Kabetu, the government, and Igwekimi. After that, they brought a light for a week again. After a week, they cut us off again. They said EOY is owing. We now went to the office again and told them that if EOY is owing, does that mean it affects our community? We are blackout. throughout all this. So before we sort all those things out, we have already made up our mind. We can do away with our NEPA. When our father was living with a lamp and all these things, we were enjoying it. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. So if they feel they want to cut us off from this NEPA issue, they should cut everybody off totally, so that we will know that we are not with NEPA. Not that after 3 weeks, they will not bring a light under 2 hours or 3 hours. They will come and collect their money. It's unfair to the masses.
The electricity issues and challenges that BEDC in the state is devastating, in the sense that as a minister I suffer a lot in terms of electricity. As an individual, not only me, the entire people of Edo State, and not only in Edo State, Nigeria as a whole, we are really facing electricity challenge in the country, in the sense that we are not getting constant light. Even though the tariff of electricity is high, people don't even get the light. I don't know how the government will enhance constant light for the Nigerian people, especially in Edo State here. We are seeing the government are not taking a proactive step towards this direction. But if the government will be able to ensure that people are paying for electricity and they are not getting electricity, government should take a drastic step in this direction by making sure if people have constant light, people will want to pay for it. But a situation where you don't see light, at the end of the month you see BEDC personnel coming to people's house to come to cut lights, is really a problem. My major concern is that let them provide us electricity and people will pay for it. But a situation whereby we don't have constant light, out of 24 hours, people cannot boast of 3 hours light in a day. It's a problem that we are really facing. People who are doing business cannot do business effectively. People who are doing business, they want to make sure their food stuff does not get spoiled. Nobody can preserve their food again. Even though they cook, you cannot preserve it. Even though electricity for our artisans to work, they cannot get electricity to empower their equipment in order to boost productivity for the entire society. It is really a problem. The state of electricity in our country, in our state, is very poor. Very, very poor. We don't know how government is creating effectiveness on this aspect. We say Nigeria is generating electricity and the neighboring are getting electricity, and the people that are in this country are not benefiting it. Nigerians, we are crying. As a person, I am crying. We don't say as an individual we don't want to pay for electricity. We are not saying that they should give us light for free, but let them make light available and let people pay for it.
They often tell us the national grid is collapsed. So ultimately it's to develop enough capacity, the whole process of generation, distribution and the rest of it. And then the enabling law, the happy thing recently is that they have said is deregulated. State governments and private investors can now enter the electricity market, generate and sell. So we do hope that will be a great deal of improvement, because without electricity, really, we are going to remain in the Stone Age. We cannot industrialize. Even domestically, we cannot have the comfort we should derive from electricity. We should consider all the options, whether the new sources like wind, solar in our country, so that we're able to generate enough for our consumption. The darkness is cover for any kind of nefarious activity. Yeah, so if the place is not well lit or substantially lit up, people can ordinarily hide under the cover of darkness to perpetrate just anything, not just robbery, kidnapping, and whatever you have. Yeah. Don't also forget that we now have private investors. The government doesn't have so much to do with electricity anymore, apart from regulation. So they also have to maximize their profit. So it may have been a mistake in the first instance, divesting from electricity at the level of government.
Let me talk about the state where I live, where I reside. The total blackout is nothing to write up about. We really suffer when it comes to light. Edo is suffering. I think our governor is trying to, we have to do more. Our Excellency, Senator Monday, our governor of Edo State, Executive Governor, you have to do more when it comes to that light issue. We are suffering. There are some of us who can provide electricity for ourselves, solar and all that. Maybe a generator, this was the case, but not everybody. And so at this junction, I think it is expedient that our governor looks straight into this issue and solve this problem. What would I call it? I don't know the right English to use. The right English right now, we have serious problem when it comes to light. Businesses are going down. Those selling drinks, those who have koro, without generator, you can't do anything. And the J is on the high side. Those small J, those are better past our neighbor used to buy then 30,000, 10,000. Now you can't buy it. Then the other one is the Tiger and the LMX 1 point something for ordinary generator. So it doesn't make any sense at all. So begging on our executive governor, the governor that knows what to do, to please to look into us and save us from darkness. Then when it comes to these funny BDC people, we're raising a child that came from the US and the others. The first thing they learned in Nigeria is NEPA don't bring light. Children brought from abroad. The NEPA don't bring light. Can you imagine such? And so these funny people, 2 days, they'll bring the light on and off for 2 days. The next thing they'll come with their estimated billing. They start dragging people, wires and all that. It's high time. I think it's high time we stand our ground and let them know that we're not fools. We are Nigerians. We all own this nation. It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nobody and it's for everybody. We should stand our ground and fight for our rights. This BDC, but may they pack, may they go. NEPA still better pass. You can't go out at night when there is no light. The security issue. Is what the government is trying. I may cannot chrome them in one day, but we individual too. Like the police used to say something, say something. But sometimes when you say something, they use you as a bait. And so we need to. Edo State government need to give us security as well. Nightlife in Benin is almost gone. But I also want to say kudos to our governor. For the first time, it was December free of bloodshed. It was wonderful. Look, we have most of our people in Nigeria right now, those living in diaspora, those living abroad. Many of them came December and this January. And they came and they're enjoying it. So I believe our excellent governor, our excellency can do more about that to give us more security like this. If you're traveling from Benin to Akure, Benin to Ifon, those roads are no-go area at night. You can't date. So I believe with all hands on deck and our governor and the police, our CP, let's hope and pray for our action governor to do something about insecurity.
ADDC, since they came in, I don't think they have done well by my own assessment. And darkness is synonymous with demonic things. And they have thrown their city into darkness, Benin City, Edo State as it were, is in darkness. And I think that the government should step into the matter to do something about the situation. Because the way I look at it is that, for me, I think it is deliberate. Because there are some areas that have light. They call it dedicated light. So why can't everybody have the same light? Because there are areas for 2 weeks no light, for 1 month no light.
Some people have 3 hours a day. Some people have 1 hour. And if they bring light in this 20th century, people shout, hey, they'll be saying up NEPA instead of up BEDC, which is BEDC. So the thing is that government should step in and help us. People are dying, and most people are paying for darkness. They go there, they threaten people, they bring light when it is 110 for 3 days, 2 hours, 3 days, they come and collect money and they shut it down again. So I think the government should step in. If they are going to be thrown out, they should be thrown out and bring people who can give us light, who are ready to pay. It was privatized. That was a good intention by government, but the people that did it, I'm sure they gave it to their cronies who does not know anything about the management of light, and that's why we are where we are. It has really hampered nightlife because you don't work in darkness, and the only thing that is helping us now is this solar that people put everywhere, and some places that have money to buy diesel and buy fuel. It's not everybody that have that kind of money. So it has really disturbed or hampered nightlife. But government is trying to bring it back by putting street light and everything. So we commend them. We pray that God will give government more power, more strength, more wisdom to do what they have to do. And there's individuals are also trying by helping to lighten up everywhere. So we praise them. But for BEDC, I think they should go. Make better people.
The situation of electricity in Benin here now, I will give them at least 30%. They don't give up to 50% from areas. But I wish the government can improve, because if you see what is happening to us now, we all they use our hand to define electricity. Some of us will go generator for us, some of us will get solar, some of us will go generate big blister. All these people will get like hotel. So I wish the government they really improve for electricity. All those generators will become condemned money for our hand. You understand? So people no go dey go for it. And money now they need to put, because that energy, that light will really linger. If light dey for this, imagine if you come for here for Silok Road now, government already put light, but in the evening everywhere go be dark. So where there is light, everything, even the security aspect of itself, wetin anything concerning light is too plenty. So be one particular. So we need light. If I come out for office now, if light no dey, we must buy generator. At least from office I dey buy at least, if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 every day for sure. Imagine at times 1 month, na big money. Until na money. From there I will come see look at this make we come here say we come dey go for solar. Make we use solar take stabilize am, because solar dey give us more, make savings from the fuel aspect of it. So if you get light, nothing like light, your light can carry AC, can carry everything for us. And to the noise, no go even give you that noise issue. So we prefer light more than any other thing.
The light is our problem. We are suffering for light. You can see our business without light, we cannot improve. We need light. The show of light is because it's very, very, very low. I don't know if it's very low. We need light. The show of light in Edo State is very poor. Patronage is very low. You can see we import fuel at least every day 10,000, 15,000 a day. But you can stay 2 days, 3 days, no light. The show of business is very, very, very low. Very low. So we are begging government to improve the light aspect. That light, you cannot sell bulb, you cannot sell fan. You understand? When you have light, you prepare to buy fan. Not everybody can provide solar for his house. Actually, we need light.
Electricity in Benin City or in Edo State has been with mixed feelings, because to some they will give the positive nod that they are faring well with the supply of electricity, but with some become so epileptic of recent. Me personally, I have discovered that we are not paying for what we get, or we don't get what we pay for. The reason being that the regulatory body that's supposed to task the BEDC are not doing enough to satisfy a customer by way of ensuring that you get what you pay for. For those who are using prepaid meter, there are reports that suggest that even the prepaid meter is even overbilling or overcharging consumers. As against what the government is telling us. Only recently we discovered that
the BDC keep complaining that the generation company is not supplying them what they ought to get, which will in turn affect the consumer. And even at a point, they also raise the issue of federal government owing them. But just recently, the federal government has paid a huge sum of money to liquidate what they are owing this distribution company. But looking at the experience of consumer in terms of the electricity supply, it is so appalling. They will either give you excuse of faulty transformer, which they left for the consumer to contribute money to fix, whereas it is supposed to be the onus of BDC to fix the transformer so that they can in turn supply electricity to the consumer who pay for that service. It's like you are buying a recharge card. I am not sure that the recharge card you buy is what they give you. It varies from quarter to quarter. It varies from consumer to consumer. For example, for those who have been using the analog or the estimated billing, you will discover that whatever they bring, which is not subject to negotiation, by the time you now procure your own prepaid meter, they will bring everything inside the bill and begin to roll out deductions arbitrarily without consulting with the consumer. Even the estimated billing they brought was not even discussed by the consumer. So, and there is nobody that is there to advocate for the consumer or to leverage on the complaints. Nobody to complain to. So that makes it very, very heartbreaking. So for me, I believe the federal government and indeed the lawmaker, the National Assembly, should set up a body where consumer can run to and lay their complaints so that there can be an equilibrium between the consumer and the BDC, for example.
To wrap it up on Viewpoint on ITV, we're going to be highlighting some of the key issues that was actually mentioned by our respondents, which some said it is as a result of poor maintenance, gas supply shortage, and poor metering, just to list but a few. And the government at all levels, they are expected to do the needful and do the right thing to ensure steady power supply for citizens in order to boost means of livelihood, especially for business owners in the country. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.